Well, happy day, folks. Welcome to Woodcraft. My name is Joe. It's awesome for you to be here today. I'm glad to see you. Well, today I want to talk to you guys about, or kind of show off, one of my personal favorite stoves. This is the 180 Flame from 180 Stoves. Now, you guys have seen its bigger brother. It's just the 180 stove. Probably 6 months or so ago, I have spaced it out on purpose because this is the same concept as the 180 stove, but yet shrunk down into a smaller package. So you put the two videos back to back, it might seem kind of repetitive. If I have a go-to stove, this is one of them. I use it all the time. In fact, you guys have seen it, I don't know, I can't even begin to conjecture how many times this has made its way into a video. I really like the stove. Why do you ask? Number one is its simplicity. It's really easy to put together. There's not a lot of parts. Throw it together and you're ready to rock and roll. And number two, it mimics probably my favorite part about cooking around a fire is the fire itself. There's just a certain ambiance to cooking over an open fire that I really enjoy. It's one of my favorite things to do, especially this time of year when it's nice and cool outside. Just sit around a fire, get warmed up, just relax and have a great time. There's just that ambiance there. And this stove, it allows you to use an open fire. You can contain a fire inside it, but it kind of mimics or allows you to have the same feeling or the same ambiance to cooking over an open fire. So without too much intro, without too much of my rambling, let me go ahead and set this up and show you what I'm talking about. This is a stove folded up. Let's go over the specs real quick. It is 6.4 ounces. The size of the stove is roughly 5 by 3.25, give or take. As I said, it's simple, not a whole lot of pieces. These are the outer walls of the longest part. The top is the part where these tabs are on the side. This is the back of the stove. Simply slide it into those slots, pop it together like that. Take the cross pieces on top, slide these tabs down in those notches, and that is what holds the stove together. Very simple setup, very simple use, but because it is 24 gauge stainless steel, it is very sturdy, very strong. An option you can get with this, I've honestly only ever used this once, but it's handy to have if you ever need it, is this ash catch or whatnot, whatever you want to call it, to put under your stove if you're in an area where you can't have an open fire or you have to have an all-encasing or encompassing stove. You can have this to protect the ground. It does come with Ranger bands to hold it all together, which I neglected to point that out while I was assembling the stove. It also does come with a clear plastic bag, with a zippered plastic bag to keep it in. I've been using this stove for probably 8 months or so, and that bag wore out a while ago, so I've just been carrying it around in this cloth pouch. One of the main things that I like about it is that you can use it as a pot stand, you can use it as a stove, you can have an open fire and put this in the fire, just use it as a pot stand or an easier platform to cook off of. You can use it as a grill. It's just, its versatility is really limited by only your imagination and how you want to use it. You can light this several different ways. I've found personally the way I prefer it is to go ahead and get a small fire going, set the stove on top of it, and then just feed it up to whatever size fire or flame I need for whatever I'm cooking. While our fire's getting established here, I want to take a quick second to tell you about Kurt Linville. He is the owner, operator of 180 Stoves. He runs a podcast. It's called Adventure Sports Podcast. It's really fascinating. Him and his partner, they interview various folks in the outdoors industry, usually extreme sports, extreme kayaking, mountain climbing, through hiking, various trails, the Pacific Crest Trail or Appalachian Trail or whatnot. It's really cool. It's fun to listen to those folks' way of life, their conversations. Anyway, I will link that podcast in the description below. I encourage you guys to check it out. And a little shameless plug, if you guys want to know more about what makes me tick, why I do what I do, he has actually interviewed me probably about 6 months ago. Again, that link will be in the description if you want to hear more. What we are cooking today is spicy sausage, a little bit of onions, and this cauliflower. I know that sounds funny, but this cauliflower, frying it up like this kind of makes it mimic hash browns. I don't eat a whole lot of starchy carbs, and so I substitute cauliflower a lot where potatoes are involved. One thing I like about this stove is one side is open, and so obviously you feed it from this side, but even if you don't have an active flame, the walls contain the heat, force it up into whatever you're cooking with, in this case a skillet. And so you can just get in there and easily adjust the coal bed, keep the coals stoked. So even if you don't have a flame going on, you still have all that heat coming off the coal base. Just makes it simple and easy to cook with. Today we're going to spice it with Tony C's. They're extra spicy. It's super easy to use, super easy to control. You can really customize it as far as what size fire you use. Make it as small or as big as you want. Another thing I want to point out here is that this is the perfect height. So if you want to use an alcohol stove and just use this as a pot stand for your alcohol stove, works great for that too. Like I mentioned, this cauliflower is just a potato substitute. I don't eat a whole lot of carbs, or at least starchy carbs. And cooking cauliflower this way makes it, it's a pretty good substitute for hash browns. I'm sure you folks would prefer a white potato for hash browns, but I know most people don't do the low carb thing. Anyway, this video is not about me sitting here eating breakfast. I really like that stove. I thought I'd show it off to you guys. At a price point of about $37.95, $38. It was a really good deal in my opinion. However, I'm going to sit here and finish breakfast. Catch up with you guys in a minute. So as you can see, folks, like I said, there's not a whole lot to this stove, which in this case, that is a good thing. So saying there's not a whole lot is not a critique in any way, shape, or form. Its simplicity is one of the things that I really like about it. Also, like I said, it's light, it's very easy to carry. It contains itself very nicely, very simple. There's a lot of different ways that you can use it. Its versatility in and of itself, along with its simplicity, is really a good thing in my opinion. Another thing that I like about it is the price point. It is, you know, just under $40. It's $37.95 last I checked. So, you know, it's just under what I would consider to be the cutoff point for being a budget stove. So, you know, the price point, simplicity, its ease of use, and its versatility, it's a win-win situation as far as a stove goes, in my opinion. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for being here today. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you have, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Also, folks, if you enjoy videos such as this, there's a red subscribe button right down here. I encourage you to make use of that and hang around for some more videos. And as always, guys, hit up the comment section. Let's talk about this stove. If there's a question you're wondering about that I didn't answer in this video, feel free to ask me there and I will do my best to answer it. Anyway, thank you again for being here today. I do appreciate your time and I will see you next time. I hope you guys have a great day.